Hello, my name is Nick, and this is my fitness journal. It is day 3, May 8th, at 9:50 in the morning ish. Getting a little bit of a late start on this. Today was a bit of a brutal day. Walked in to work out, and on the board, it just said, I'll just say 3-minute AMRAPs, was what it was called. I had never heard that term before. And then it just said below that, it said three push presses. It had 6 push-ups and 9 squats. And I was like, well, this should be a pretty easy day. Well, it turns out that AMRAP stands for as many reps as possible. So basically, we had to do 3 minutes, as many reps in that order, as many as you possibly could for 3 minutes, and then we had to do it 5 times. We actually ran out of time, so we actually only wound up doing it 3 or I think maybe 4 times. I think it was 3 times we did it. Either way, it was a lot. I listened to a podcast called Barbell Shrugged. It's like a CrossFit podcast, and I learned something pretty hardcore. My wife's been telling me this since I started working out, is to not push myself too hard and not kill myself. Because the last time I did like a boot camp type thing, and I killed myself, and I wound up hurting my knee really bad from running, because I'm not a very good runner, and running on the beach especially is not really good for you. But we did a lot of it, and I hurt my knee pretty bad, and I pushed myself too hard, and I stopped. I just didn't want to go through it. So anyway, my wife's been telling me to slow down, and make sure that I'm doing things properly. And I was listening to this podcast yesterday, and it was I can't remember who. Coach Sommer. He's a gymnastics coach, and he was talking about just CrossFit and how some people that go from desk jobs to starting CrossFit is they go from 0 to 1,000,000 instantly, right? But they should be going from 1,000,000 to 1, or sorry, from 0 to 1, and it's with any type of workout situation, you should not be just going full blast. And he basically was saying that most of the time, people that he trains, especially with gymnastics, is before they're ever lifting anything, they're always using PVC and everything is light just so that they're learning form. And I haven't been doing that. I've been pushing myself really hard. So today when I got there, I took a step back and I talked to Sean, the guy who leads the group that I'm in. I told him, I said, I just want to work on form today. Go with lighter weight. I still wanted to use weight. I feel like I did work out before, so I kind of know form. And I'm a drummer, so I do play a lot. I do have some athletic ability. So I didn't go PVC. I did go with just a 45-pound bar to start off with, and just learning making sure my form was proper, because we did push presses. You basically you come up and do a clean in your rack, and then you push up. And it's push press, right? So my form, I was trying to use too much arm. You got to use more of your leg to kind of throw the bar and lock it. I wasn't doing that, and had I tried to use a heavier weight, I could have hurt myself pretty bad, because we had to do a lot of reps. I mean, I wound up doing today, the first time I went through, I did 80 reps. The second one, I dropped down to like 57. The third one was like 54, and yeah, we did 3 reps today, or 3 rounds today, because I definitely didn't remember doing a 4th one, because I have an app actually, which is kind of cool. It's called WODzilla, workout of the day Zilla, basically. Anyway, so that was pretty cool, and it kicked my butt. I mean, when I got home, I crashed. That's why I'm starting so late, because I just fell out, especially from yesterday and then today. Having to do a lot of upper body stuff. My chest has just been on fire for the last 2 days. I actually can move. I have the development of pecs now, which is kind of cool. I've never been able to feel my muscles. I can actually flex them. I showed Whitney earlier. I was excited. I don't think she cared, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I've kind of reordered my goals. I've had goals that I've set for my fitness. And I haven't shared them yet. That's actually what I want to talk about today, with some of my goals, what I have set to do, and then see how long it's going to take me to accomplish those. And some of them are long-term goals, some of them are short-term goals, and some of them are just life change goals in general. For example, one of them is to drink more water, because working. I work upstairs. I work on the second floor, and I don't really go downstairs that often. So if I run out of water, a lot of times I just don't drink anything more. So I'm trying to train myself to just, when I run out of water, I immediately go downstairs to get more water. That's one of my goals. Drink more water. Another one of those type of goals like that is to adopt a paleo diet. Now I mentioned this before in my first video, I think. I want to go as close to paleo as possible because I do see the benefits in it already. I'm already dropping body fat like it's my job. In fact, like my body yesterday, like I'm not too concerned about my weight. I posted this on my Facebook page, but I weighed myself in the morning and I was at 229.2, and then that was in the morning after workout when I had like some eggs or something for breakfast. And then I weighed myself, like, you know, I basically had snacked all day. I ate like an entire container of nuts yesterday. Not entire container, but like half of it. And then I went from, you know, I had a bunch of snacks and I had some fruit and stuff, and then I had dinner, lunch and dinner, all that stuff. I ate, you know, a decent amount yesterday. And then I weighed myself when I got home from taking the kids out, and I weighed myself again. I actually went down 1.5 pounds. I was at 227.6. So actually I went down 1.6 pounds, but whatever. I actually lost weight because my body is just burning the fat to pieces. And I think a lot of that's because of the way I'm eating, and also because I'm just, you know, killing myself in the morning working out. So my body is just burning the fat while I'm sitting here doing nothing, which is fantastic. Another one is getting to bed at 10 p.m. Because I've been part of my obesity problem has been I go to bed too late, and then you know, I've never really been a morning person per se. But now I'm getting up at 4:45 in the morning so I could be at workout at 5:15 or 5:30, excuse me. And I mean, when I set my clock for 4:45, I'm getting up at like, you know, 5:05. Actually, one of my goals is actually to start a fitness journal, and that's why I'm doing this. And the fitness journal wasn't actually going to be a video originally. It was going to be me just writing stuff down, but I don't like writing. I like typing, and I felt like this is actually even easier because I don't have to like put my thoughts together. I can just spew them out, and then if anybody wants to watch them, they can. They don't have to read, because you know that's the world we live in now. People don't read anymore; they watch videos. So, and if you're interested in watching this, then you might be watching it right now. And if not, oh well, you'll never know. But this is for me, so it doesn't matter. Do a pull-up. I cannot do a pull-up. When I was in my prime, we'll call it, I could do probably 25, 30 pull-ups. And those were like not kipping pull-ups. You know, if you're familiar with CrossFit, you've probably seen the kipping pull-up where it's like they kind of, I don't know, like throw themselves around. It's pretty crazy. They're just using momentum to try to get them done faster because CrossFit is a competition. It's basically a sport, you know. Anyway, so they do these kipping style. I could actually do like just 30 straight real pull-ups, but nowadays I can't even do one. I literally can get almost to here and then I'm done. Get my body fat percentage down. I actually have two goals for my body fat. The first goal is a short-term goal of 22%. Now, I started out at 33% as of April 10th. A month later, I'm down, or guess what? Yeah, almost a month later, I'm down to 27%. So I feel like within another 2 or 3, you know, but maybe another month or so, I should be able to get down to 22. I'm going to be more dedicated to working out and stuff, so maybe it'll go even faster. As I mentioned before, I'm not really too concerned about my weight. I am tracking it just to make sure it's going down and not up for some reason. But I really want to see that body fat go down because I'm naturally a little bit stocky. Kind of runs in my family. And I also used to have a lot of muscle mass because I used to work out quite a bit. My brother and I used to work out all the time, and we did climbing and all kinds of stuff. So I actually do have some, I do have muscle mass under here. My friend TJ used to tell me even before I started working out that my wrists are larger than his ankles. So I feel like I may not be like a skinny dude. I may not ever get to 180 again. But if I can get my body fat percentage down, that's what I really want. I just want to be healthy. That's my thing. I don't need to be skinny. I'd rather be healthy. And I'm probably going to wind up being more muscular just because of my build. which is cool by me. Hopefully, my wife will like it. So another goal of mine is to to stick to my planned scheduling. This is more of a family thing because I have 4 kids, 4 boys, ranging from 10 to 6 months. Actually, more than that now. He's almost 7 months. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I have a lot of kids, and we have a rigorous schedule. So I'm trying to get in a better habit of life in general because it's got to be organized. If it's not organized, it's really hard to do. My secondary body fat percentage is down to 15%. If I get down to 15%, that's like a really good fitness level, range of body fat, and that's when I feel like at that point I should be pretty much a beast. And then anything below that, obviously, I'm just dipping into athlete status or even beyond that. So I really just want to be like a really fit dude in general, healthy. So that 15%, I'd like to see that happen within like a year or so in that general range because I know it's not going to be a fast process. That's one thing that I've really had to get over. Especially this kind of goes back a little bit to what I was talking about earlier about how I'm not too concerned. I'm not concerned about just pushing a crap ton of weight right now because it clicked in my head finally that this isn't going to be a a night and day thing. It's going to be a long process to get to where I am. One of my friend George from high school, he's on Facebook, and he did this a couple years ago. One of my videos this week, maybe tomorrow, is going to be about inspirations. And George is one of those guys because when we were in high school, he was a big dude. But now he's like running marathons and stuff. He's a beast. I mean, like, and he told me the other day where I posted my first video that just remember it's not going to happen in a day. You didn't put on the weight in a day. It's not going to come off in a day. And I knew that in the back of my head, but having people tell you things that you already know just helps confirm that and help you reorganize your goals and to make sure you're not just trying to kill yourself to get skinny. And then what's going to happen is I'll get skinny and then I'll drop it and I'll wind up, instead of being 230, I'll wind up being 270 because I just gave up and I didn't let the time just, I didn't just stick to it long term. Another thing too, Dwyer, which again I'll talk about him a little bit tomorrow too, is he's told me time and time again is just visualize yourself as the person you want to be, and start making those changes today. So it's kind of like a fake it till you make it type of thing. Like I am not the person. I have to just decide that I am not that person that I have been for the last 6 years or 7 years, however long it's been. It's taken me to get to this state because I used to be 7 years ago. I looked a lot better than this. I was a lot healthier, all that sort of stuff. But I made different decisions back then, and then I started making different decisions. And now I have to make another change and say, I'm going to make these decisions. And even if I don't fully believe in those changes at the moment, if I just tell myself over and over again, you're going to not eat carbs. You're not going to eat sugar. Sweet tea is like my downfall. Sometimes I feel like the only reason I moved to the South is because they have sweet tea everywhere. That sounds ridiculous, but like I love sweet tea, and I haven't had sweet tea in over a month because it's basically just sugar. It is literally a cup of sugar. So why drink a cup of sugar? That's just stupid. I stopped putting sugar in my coffee. I'm trying to cut the cream. Anyway, so there's a lot of things, right? I don't even know what I was talking about at this point. But anyway, so to get there, I'm not worried about how long it takes. That's what I was talking about. Another thing is to teach my kids to live healthier. Again, I have four children, and 2 of them eat really well. The other one, he's still breastfeeding, obviously, so I'm not too worried about him right now. Although he is interested in food, and we'd be giving him, whatever we're eating, and we're eating really healthy right now. So he's getting vegetables, and yesterday I was eating a salad for dinner, and I gave him some lettuce and some cabbage, and whatever was in my salad, I was just handing it to him. But my Dayton, well, that's his name, Dayton. He's not a good eater at all. And I think a lot of that stems from just me not knowing how to eat properly and not teaching him how to do it properly. So that's just where we are. Anyway, the last thing on my list here is to eventually compete in a CrossFit competition. As I mentioned, CrossFit is kind of like a sport in a way. Well, it is a sport. I mean, you're working against the clock, and anytime you're doing your workouts, you're working with the clock, and you're trying to beat your times, you're trying to beat other people's times. And they actually have competitions, and eventually I think I would like to do a competition, even if it's just one time, just to see what it's like. I'm a pretty competitive person. I've never really been big into sports. I like playing sports. I played baseball when I was a kid. We played hockey with my friends and stuff, but I've never been into like watching sports. But I'm huge into being competitive. I'm a gamer, so like I play video games and I'm hardcore competitive. If I'm not first or second, I am furious. So I know going to a CrossFit competition, my first one, I'll be dead last, but I really don't care because I just want the experience of doing it. And I would trade a CrossFit competition for Battlefield maybe. That's a really really weird thing to say because if anybody that knows me knows I love Battlefield, so that's crazy. But anyway, so these are my goals. Those are kind of what I'm working with right now. If anybody starts watching this, I'd like for you to tell me your goals. What are your goals that you have set? What kind of workout did you do today? Did you work out? Have you not worked out yet at all? Have you not worked out in the last 10 years? Now you're stumbling upon this fat guy trying to change his life, and you say, well, I bet you I can do it too. So, and if that's you, message me on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and or thumbs up it. What do they call it? A like. I'm literally a web developer, and I didn't know it's called a like. I call it a thumb up because, well, my brain is melting. So, anyway, this is day 3 of my fitness journal, my cross fitness journal. I did name it, by the way. So it's my cross fitness journal. You can see what I did there. And, yeah, happy times. Feeling pretty good. Very sore, but I'd rather be sore from working out than sore from being fat and lazy, right? Take care.